Ghosting, the new sport that is sweeping the nation, comes to Murray State University. What is ghosting, you ask? Ghosting is a highly rigorous and demanding sport in which competitors are required to walk closely behind passers-by without being noticed. The ghost clock starts when a competitor locks onto or engages a target. Once the target acknowledges or notices the ghoster, the clock stops. Longest ghost wins. Competing in today's ghosting matchup is Brett Barton and Chris Wade. When asked about today's competition, it was obvious that Chris Wade was feeling the pressure.
Am I nervous? I get nervous a lot. I'm nervous.
Alright, looks like the competitors are ready to go as they exchange a good luck handshake. Wade will be going first, looking to fight off those nerves. And it looks like he's using a commonly used technique called the shoestring Sally. He's got his foot propped up on the bench, acting like he's tying his shoe innocently as his target walks by. Let's see if he decides to ghost him. Yes, he is. He's going to try to ghost him. He's playing it off nonchalant, and you see him locked on. You see the clock started. There he is with his hands behind his back. Good ghosting form there. Now he's been noticed. So a 5.1 second ghost to start things off for Chris Wade. He gives a thumbs up to the camera. He's got to be pleased with that start. When interviewed before today's competition, Brett Barton seemed very confident in his ghosting skills.
Am I nervous? No, not really. I have complete confidence in myself and my abilities. I've been doing this for 3 decades now. Yeah, I'm 21, but I feel like I've been doing it for 3 decades.
Looks like Brett's ready to go with his first ghost attempt. He's got some students spotted, and he's snuck up behind a man wearing a suit and tie and a backpack. That's a risky move there. Looks like it's going to pay off, though. A 5.4 second ghost for Brett Barton. He's got to be pleased with that effort.
I have some attributes that would make me a good ghoster, and they are: I can breathe well because of my nostrils. I can get more oxygen than a normal human. I have very low hair count on my legs, and I have these spots right here where no hair grows, and I have large webbing on my hands.
Time for Chris Wade's second ghost attempt, and you see him using the bench as a decoy there. That is called the buffalo back stretch. He's leaned over the bench, looks like he's stretching his back. There it is right there. You see good technique on the back stretch there. And we have a student walking by in a dress, and that's a pretty risky move as well, but he's going to go for it. He's locked onto her, and we see a jumping ghost, an interesting style there from Chris Wade. But he comes away with a 4.5 second ghost. He seems pretty pumped about that. We'll see what Brett has in store for his second ghost.
My stealth is probably my #1 attribute. I can just maneuver into a lot of positions that a lot of people normally couldn't. I think it goes well with my portions. I slide into things real well, and I can find myself quality ghosts because of that stealth. Another one of my attributes, and not attributes, but attributes is my cunning and my charisma. I think that goes a long way with some of the people, especially in defense whenever they're chasing after you with baseball bats and axes and stuff.
Looks like Brett is going with a different strategy here, using a piece of paper as a decoy. That's allowed. It's called the Pennsylvania Paperboy. This technique was made popular back in the 80s. Brett is a connoisseur of the sport, so I'm not surprised that he's going to this technique here. He's going to post up on the bench and wait for a student to walk by. There's a student in an orange shirt. There you see him discard the paper, and now he's locked on. The ghost has begun. Let's see how long he can go. Oh, the student turns around pretty quickly. Only a 3-second ghost there for Brett Barton.
My role models in this century in ghosting have been Larry Bird. He's like a cat on the wood. Larry Bird. He's got a clear mustache and clear skin. He's got a similar nose to mine. George W. Bush has been an inspiration of mine, not only on the ghosting world, but in in politics, because that's what I want to do. I want to be a politician.
So after Brett's only 3-second ghost attempt, a golden opportunity here for Chris Wade to capitalize and take a big lead. You see him drinking a bottle of water, not sure what he's doing. Oh, he chugs the bottle of water, and now he's chasing after a student on a bike. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a speed ghost. Chris Wade, a 3.7-second speed ghost of a student riding a bike. We're going to check the instant replay here, and it looks like at this moment right here, Chris decides that he's going to have to chuck the water into his face, interesting strategy there, and chase after the student. You can see the determination in his eyes as he tracks down the student. We'll speed things up, and now we'll slow things down again to check the technique of the ghost. Look at him with the eagle wings behind his back. That is textbook form. Chris Wade, clearly a professional at the sport of ghosting.
Some role models that I have in regards to ghosting would definitely have to be Burt Reynolds. I think he was a class act back in some of the Western films he did. He really showed me some true ghosting abilities. He might not have called it ghosting back then, but he was definitely one of my mentors.
So the pressure is on Brett Barton. He's going to need a lengthy ghost here, or else Chris Wade will walk out of Murray State with a victory. Looks like Brett is crouched behind a trash can, and now he's sneaking up on a group of students. He's got his mouth covered. Interesting technique. Oh, and he is pulled out. We're going to have to go to the official judge to see if that ghost will count or not.
After looking at the replay, since Brett did not completely engage his target, the ghost does not count.
So Brett catches a break there. That ghost attempt does not count, so he has one last chance to get the win today, and I'm not sure where he's going. He's walking against the flow of student traffic. But look at this. Here he's back, and yes, he's blended in with the students. I didn't even notice him there for a second, and I don't think they notice him either. Look at him all the way across the playing field. A 9-second ghost for Brett Barton. He has just won the Murray State Ghosting Invitational. You see him pump his fist and do a little shoulder shake as well. He's very excited, and for good reason.
Wow, I am relieved. I wasn't expecting such a good fight out of Christopher Wade. However, I'm not surprised. I honestly can say that I expected full and well that I was going to win, because it really boils down to our childhood. I think my bringing up was a lot better than his, and I always stayed true to one principle. And you know what that principle is? Do you want to know? Oh, okay. Well, that principle is you don't do something until you do it right. You do it until you don't do it wrong. Okay? Chew on that.
Am I disappointed? No. He's a seasoned veteran. He's buoyant, more buoyant than me. He's more aerodynamic, despite his size. I have flat feet, so I probably wouldn't get drafted this year. And he would.